Hello, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for joining me. I sure appreciate it. Happy Monday to all of you. Hope you had a great day today. I am here. I have another Scarecrow project that I want to do, so come and hang out for a little while. And we will get this one going. The keyword is Scarecrow. Let's see if I can get my live to load. Here we go. All right, we're here. Okay, so I've got some acrylic paint here, y'all. I have those squirty bottles and I way overdid it with the green. We are not going to use this much green, but that's okay. It'll be fine. Let's begin at the beginning and just go. You know what? Let's not do that. Let's start up at the top, shall we? Okay, so I have this for the hat. I want to use this blue. Hey, Stephanie, how are you, doll? And I have just my foam brushes for the bigger stuff. Ooh, I like that. This is Home Decor Folk Art. This is Provincial Blue. I'm liking this color a lot. I think it's perfect for the hat. And let me get this away so that I don't stand a chance of mixing those colors. All right. So tell me about your day. I hope you had a good one. Anything special today? Anybody do anything fun besides just working? Because that's all I seem to do these days. And I'm not entertained by it. Okay. My birthday's later this week. I was thinking about doing a birthday sale on Etsy. What do y'all think about that? I think I might. So this cutout is on sale tonight. 25% off until midnight. Okay. But I was thinking about doing some kind of birthday sale just to celebrate on Thursday. So keep an eye out for that. I don't know. Y'all let me know. What do you think? Should I do an Etsy sale for my birthday? Or no? And then I think Chris has to work late every night this week, which is boo. A big ol' which I find to be real rude of his boss, to be real honest with you. So we're supposed to go to dinner for my birthday, but it looks like it's probably gonna be Friday or Saturday before we can do that, which is inconvenient for me. Hi, Stephanie, how are you? Welcome to the party. Okay, let me see if I can balance that right there. Okay, and then I've got this oatmeal color for the face. Oh, sorry, I'm stepping ahead. So I'm going to do the entire background of my, like the edges, just this gray color. It's just like it's apple barrel gray. I don't even know what it's called, and I don't have the bottle over here, but it's just a plain gray. And I'm just going to go around the edges. I'm not even going to get the center because who cares? The center's going to be covered. But if you can see the score lines along the edges here, that's all that's going to be showing is just that little edge. So I'm just going to paint that. And like I'll go ahead and do in here, but I don't think that's going to be showing either. Just in case it is. I don't think it will be. I don't know. I didn't look closely at it a minute ago whenever I had it all put together, but that's all right. Okay, so make sure that's good coverage. And then I may come back and do a second coat. We'll see. I'm going to just set that there. And then I have oatmeal for the skin tone. Of course, if you guys have a better skin tone color, go for it. I think this one's actually pretty good. It looks like Dune, which is my normal go-to for skin tone. And there are score lines for where the eyes go and the nose, so that's always nice. I love that. It helps me just to keep it together so that I know what I'm doing around here, as y'all know. So anytime I have a cutout like that, I sure appreciate it. Pretty rude, Stephanie. I find that to be unacceptable behavior on his part. Is it a doctor's appointment for you or for him? And I assume, I mean, obviously he's going to have to attend it, but shame on him. Hey, Lynn, how are you, love? Yay, I'm glad it's cooling down. Okay, good. Then I will plan on doing a sale on my Etsy for my birthday. I don't know what percentage we'll do. I'll pick one. I thought I had, I don't know what I did here, but I had a, oh, here it is. Look at that. Okay, because I was going to start. Yeah, I get it. We're going to do the hair and the flower and the high in yellow since the hat's going to be blue. I think the yellow will be a nice contrast. So this one's really light yellow, so I may have to do 2, maybe 3 coats on this one. But we'll get 1 coat going, let it dry, and then come back, do the 2nd coat, and then go from there. Okay? And this one's already coming together pretty quick. So I have a transfer that I want to use on this one, so stay tuned. It's one of Tiffany Thiessen's designs, and I haven't used it yet. So I've been really excited to use it. And it's just perfect for a scarecrow. So, hey Stace, how are you? What a little turkey, Stephanie. I hope you told him what a little turdy is. Oh, men, I swear. So, let me tell you a story. So whenever I was with my ex-husband, when we were dating, we weren't even married yet. Maybe we were. I don't know. But we weren't, I don't know. It was one of our first Valentine's days together. Okay, this man used to be terrible at gift giving. Okay, he was horrible for the first, like, year or so that we were together. So yeah, I guess it was before we were married. Anywho, so he decides to forget about Valentine's Day and not get me anything until he's on his way home from work and he sees one of those little roadside stands. I don't know if y'all have them where you live, but in Texas, on the side of the road, you'll see like a tent set up where people are selling like gift baskets and stuff for holidays, like Mother's Day, Valentine's Day. Sometimes they'll have them like at the grocery store parking lot. And it's like cheap little, easy, quick, last minute gifts, okay? Like a gift basket with like a teddy bear and like a card and whatever else. I don't know what's in there. Some nasty candy. I don't know. So my ex decides that he's going to stop and buy one of those for me. Okay. He gets home, y'all, and it's like a demented looking teddy bear that's in it. It's the most hideous thing I've ever seen. It looks like it's possessed. Hey, Kathy, how are you? Yeah, I'm glad the day is over also. I totally agree. Anyway, so he gets it home and I open it, and y'all, I was furious. Because first of all, this teddy bear looked demented. And secondly, the whole thing, once I got it open, smelled like diesel fuel. Oh my gosh. I was so mad. And then there's a card in there, and he didn't even open it and sign the stupid card, which just infuriated me further. Okay? It just sent me flying over that edge of anger. Because, like, I put an effort into the gifts that I buy. I'm going to use a pen for this bird, okay? I think it'll be easier than painting it. I don't know, maybe not. Anyway, I was so furious. And luckily, after that, he did get better. That was one of our first. But man, oh man, I was so annoyed and mad. And, like, I know I shouldn't be like a brat, right, about stuff. But look, dude, I put a lot of thought into things that I buy for you, and then you do this to me. And, oof, I let him have it. It was not good. And then after that, it was better. In fact, for Christmas and pretty much all the time, he would get me nice gifts. Sometimes a little too much, but, because we didn't have a lot of money. And so, you know, I'm worried more about making sure that the kids all get gifts and stuff like that in our family. So, you know, just do less. Hi, Robin. How are you? I'm going to use this yellow ochre. It's that new color that I just learned about on the beak. And then I need to clean that up just a little around there. I accidentally went over. There we go. And then I have a white pen. I'll wait till that's dry and come back with the white pen and just dot that eye on there. And then I'm going to come over here and go one more time with the yellow. I think this is actually not bad, the way that the yellow is showing up. Especially for a scarecrow, it's kind of soaked into the wood and kind of giving it a, not orange, okay, but it's not a bright yellow, which I'm okay with it actually. So I'm gonna just let that be what it is, and we'll do 2 layers and call it a day, and then move on, because we like to move on around here. Okay, so anyway, yeah, so man, I was so angry about that Valentine's Day gift. Like, I've never been more angry. There was one other time that for Mother's Day, he didn't get me anything, okay? And I adopted his child that wasn't mine and raised her, okay? And he had the nerve to tell me that because I didn't give birth to her, that I wasn't actually a mom and I didn't deserve a Mother's Day gift. And y'all, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was a big one, because I tell you what, oh man, I've never been more furious. Hey Tracy, how are you? Just talking about the mistakes of my past over here. Come and join us for a tea session. Okay, I am going to do one more layer of this gray, because as it dries, I can see it's kind of streaky. And that's probably fine, because this is just the background piece and I just need to see gray on the edges. But I want it to be nice and solid. So anyway, speaking of men the other night, so I listen to audiobooks all the time, okay? And usually I listen to them on speaker, because it's just me and Chris here, and he doesn't care. So, and like, he's usually in his game room anyways, but if he's in the living room with me or whatever, I'm listening to my audiobook. He's doing whatever he's doing on his phone. Usually we have the TV on in the background just for noise or whatever. Anyways, so, it was, I don't even know what book it was, but the line in the book said, her eyes glinted, had a murderous glint. Y'all, Chris, that got his attention. Okay, there's multiple things that can get this man's attention about my books. It's spicy scenes, okay? And your girl likes the spicy scenes. Yeah, exactly, Stephanie. Yeah, he regretted that, that statement about me not being a mother, because he quickly learned that, yes, that does count as a mother. Anyways, so it said her eyes glinted with murder, right? That was the scene in the book, or the line in the book. And Chris looked at me and he said, I don't think I've ever seen murder glint in your eyes. And I told him, I said, look, if you keep on interrupting my book, you're going to see it. So just keep it up. And now that's a running joke between us, that because I have to pause it. Stop interrupting me, my guy. Like, let me just live my life over here. And quit talking to me about stupid random stuff all the time. But he just thought that was hysterical. That I might get a murderous glint in my eye if he keeps on interrupting me. I thought it was so funny too, because he was tickled by that. And for real though, like, quit talking to me right now. Stop it. You're interrupting. Okay, I'm going to clean some of this up and put things away, and then I think all these are dry now. They look pretty dry. So we can start piecing this together and adding embellishments and so on. Oh, I do need to do the eyeball here though, really quick. Let me do that with my white. So I have my Sharpie marker. I found last night that the Sharpie really worked well. So get that touched up around it where I kind of went over. There's my little bird. I do have, hold on, I need to just, sometimes whenever I use the pens, I need to touch up the edges if I don't color it just right. Okay, so set that bird over there. Now I'm going to hold on to this with my eyes stuck to it, okay? And I'm going to put that right here, okay? Just so that I don't, plus I'm going to put my button on there too, just for safekeeping, you know? Isn't it so cute? Oh my gosh, that little moose turned out so freaking adorable, y'all. Oh my god. My mom and dad stopped by earlier today because they were in town. Y'all know they don't live really in town anymore, so whenever they come in for whatever, they're running errands or whatever, they always stop by. And so they came in, and I was showing my mom something else. Oh, that little swinging ghost, y'all. That swinging ghost. Oh my gosh, sorry, I'm hiccuping. Is so cute. I put it in my in my hallway, and I think that's gonna be year round. I know that's, y'all probably think I'm insane, but I love it that much that I want it to be out all the time. Okay, I love it. It's adorable. So cute. I can't stand it, how cute that little ghost was. But I was showing her that, and she said, oh, I want to see the moose. And so I got that moose out, and my mom just like took it and went straight to my dad. Oh my gosh, look how cute this thing is. She's so funny, y'all. My dad probably, I don't know what that poor man thinks, okay? I've been acting a fool. My personality, how I act on here is how I am, okay? A little bit, like, crazy sometimes. I speak my mind. I say things that are mostly inappropriate in the worst of times, okay? And my parents, I don't know how they've dealt with me my whole life, but I've always been like this. And I can't be helped, okay? I'm waxing this, by the way, because we're going to do a transfer on it, and I don't want it to peel up. And I need to wax this part, too. So I'm going to wax both. Anywho, yeah, so my dad probably thinks I'm nuts, y'all. I swear, because he's so quiet. And my mom's kind of quiet and reserved, too, which is funny because I'm more outgoing than my parents are. No, I leave the pad in there all the time, and it's the same. But if you get a wax, a new one, and it doesn't feel like easy, like you've had surface wax long enough you should know what the consistency is. It's like real smooth. If it's hard, something's wrong with it. Okay. So if you get it like that, then you need to report it, and then you should replace it. Now, if it dries out, that's weird, because I've had that surface wax for a long time. I think my first one lasted me probably 2 or 3 years. Okay. So they should go for a while. So I've probably been using that one for 2 years now. A year, at least a year. I don't know exactly how long, but look how much paint. Y'all, I've wasted that. It's terrible. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't fall over, because it'll be more paint stains on my floor. And I swear Chris doesn't care, because he just is like, whatever. But I feel like I'll get in trouble. This is my house. I own it. Okay? Well, look. My current husband is not good at doing gifts. Okay? The first Christmas that we spent together, he didn't get me a dang thing, y'all. And I went all out. I bought him so much stuff. And so that Christmas I take it back. I don't think that was our first Christmas. The first Christmas that we came home, like once we moved to Tennessee, because I was up in Tennessee during our first Christmas already. He hadn't moved yet because I hadn't sold my other house yet, and so we didn't have a place to live. I was staying with friends. But that Christmas we ended up we didn't hang out. We didn't see each other for Christmas. He came for New Year's, and we went to, or like right after Christmas he flew in, and we went to, Disney World with my parents. So, not that Christmas, but the second Christmas that we were together, we came home for Christmas, back to Texas, and I ordered so much stuff for him, and I had it sent to his sister's house and had her wrap it all for me. Okay? And he got me nothing. I tell you, nothing at all. I was so upset. Okay? And he was embarrassed because he was opening all these gifts for me, and it kept on going. It kept on coming. And there was nothing. He got me zero. And I'm going to admit, my feelings were super hurt. And, like, I don't care about the money. It's not about the money. It's about, like, thinking of me, you know? Whenever I see something and I think of you, like, I want to buy it for you, okay? I don't really care about receiving something, but, like, that hurts my feelings because it makes me feel like, it makes me feel like you don't care or you're not thinking of me, you know? And that's how my first husband treated me, with those first little gifts. And I did get used to him. He got really good at gift giving. And, like, he would bring flowers and stuff home and, like, for no reason. It was good. Chris is not like that, though. So, and I have to tell him all the time, I need you to man up and figure it out. And he's like, well, I'm just not good at it. I don't care, dude. I don't care if you're not good at it. You need to figure it out because I need that. And I need you to think of me because whenever you don't give me anything, it makes me feel like you don't care. And I need you to care. So anyway, like for my birthday, I didn't ask for any gift or anything, but I did order a dress. So he paid for a dress for me, which we share a bank account, so whatever. Like, I ordered a dress that I wanted. We're going to go out to dinner. And he is, so, I don't know I think I probably told y'all, but I'll tell you again. So last year, he asked me what kind of birthday cake I wanted, right? And I told him, well, I would really like my mom to make me her pound cake that she makes. Like, if you could work that out with her and get her to make it for me, right? And so instead of my mom making it, Chris baked for me, you guys. And he made me that pound cake. It was really good. And super sweet, okay? And then this year he asked me what I wanted, and I told him that all I want is a peach cobbler for my birthday. And so he was gonna make me one, but then his decision, like the way he was talking about the peach cobbler, was very concerning to me, okay? Because never ever in my life have I made a peach cobbler using a pie crust, okay? Absolutely not. And while we were away for the funeral, he asked his mom for her pie crust recipe for it. And I was like, absolutely not. Oh, yeah, I'm so sorry. I didn't even tell y'all. That was the pattern weave-in. I'm sorry. It's Shimmer Harvest on here. I apologize. I don't know. I'm just talking too much. Okay? Shimmer Harvest. Sorry about that. Yes, it was. But I think this pattern's perfect for this whole project. It'll bring together all of it, I hope. Okay. Anywho, yeah. So he started saying that, and I'm like, hold up. I'm not feeling confident at all. So I found a recipe and I sent it to him. Well, my birthday's on Thursday, and last year he got home early enough where he was able to make it on my birthday. I might make that cake on my birthday, but I think he's probably going to be working late this year. And so he told me earlier, he said, well, I'm probably going to have to buy one. Is that okay? And I'm like, yeah, for sure. I'm fine with that. I don't expect you to make it. Happy for you to buy it. Like, go pick it up. I'm not going to go buy it, but yeah, you do that. And so that's the plan for this year, which I'm totally cool with that. Just some kind of thought put into it, you know, of like, and I have an Amazon list that I keep, and that is helpful. Not only for, gifts from him, but like for his mom and stuff, and his sister. I can just send them my Amazon list, or I can send them a random thing that I want. And it's helpful for them. For my mom, she just gets me whatever, y'all. She can pick out stuff for me pretty much day and night that I'm going to love. And because she just knows, you know, I guess because she's my mom, she knows. But yeah, I help his mom out, and his sister all the time on what I want to make sure that I get, so they make sure I get what I want. Okay, so I am going to distress some of this stuff because we can't be having this be clean, but I want to make sure I have everything together before we do that, and then I can look at it and see what I need to distress, okay? And then our little flower, the high, is going to go right here. It is scored on the high. Oh, that's cute. Oh. That is adorable. That flower fits on there too, okay? And then the nose. I am going to distress the nose. And we'll do the eyes in a second. I know the eyes are here, okay? Oh, well, you've got to, if you're having the hard waxes like that, make sure that you contact support and give them your order number so that they can replace it, because they should. It sounds defective to me, okay? I've had one or two that have been like that. I mean, it was like hard as a rock. It's been a long time though since that's happened. Okay, so, gosh. I'm going to just use my distressing ink. This is my walnut one. It's walnut stain with one of these little daubers. Y'all, these daubers are great. They're on my Amazon list if you want to grab them. You can comment the keyword, which is SCARECROW, and get my Amazon list from that. And then I kind of want to do something with that button. Let's see. Yeah, definitely do that. If you, Lynn, if you look in your designer office under resources, click on resources and then go to FAQ, and then scroll down on the FAQ to the defective product list. What color is on the backboard? Back here, this gray color, it's a gray. So I did gray and then blue for the hat. It's just a simple, like, I don't know, it's apple barrel paint in a gray on this. And then the face is that oatmeal color that I love so much. I'm kind of like spacey right now. I don't know. I'm jumping around. Sorry. I know that's probably annoying, but apologies. I'll forget if I don't do his blush sooner rather than later, okay? And then his hair, of course, needs to be dirty. And this is the other reason I wasn't super concerned about the yellow not being perfect, because I knew I wanted to distress it a little bit. Oh, thanks, Amy. I sure appreciate that. Y'all are the sweetest to me. So, yeah, I love this distressing ink too. It's also on my Amazon list, and it does come in like these size, or you can get a pack with like little ones like this. I haven't really used those little ones a lot, but I have a bunch of the different colors in the little ones. I think I was like kind of sort of testing it. Oops. Testing out the different colors, you know. So I didn't want to buy each of them, the colors in the big ones, because they think that can get expensive. And so, but that distressing ink comes in like every single color you can imagine, which is kind of cool. I don't really know what I would do with all of the colors, but I don't know. People are more creative than me, obviously, out in the world. So I think I told y'all last night that whenever I go to see my friend that lives in Pennsylvania, we're going to the beach with her and her family in a couple of weeks in September. And we had a girls' night whenever I was there the last time, where the two girls stayed up later with us on one of the nights, or two of the nights actually, the night before we left also. And we ended up having like a craft night that last night. It was so much fun. And so I was showing them my page, this page, because they wanted to see how did I make the shirts. They didn't understand how I made them. And so, I'm going to do a little on the flower too, or the leaf. Anyway, so I was kind of scrolling through, showing them like, here's Evie's shirt that I made, here's Rory's shirt, showing them the videos, you know, and they're like, oh my gosh, you make a lot of stuff. And so then I started going through my camera roll, showing them everything, and they were really interested. So I thought, you know, I think they would love it if I brought some cutouts with us for them to paint. So I'm definitely going to do that. It's going to be perfect. I can't wait. I bought some designs last night, so I'm going to cut those, and then I'll just take all my paint pens, because they're just small ones. I think they're going to love it. I think they will. It's going to be so much fun. I cannot wait to see those kids, y'all. And then today I got random messages from them, like voice or videos on Facebook Messenger, and oh my gosh, y'all, my heart breaks. So I'm gonna just color this tail really fast under here. Because I'm afraid you're gonna see the blue, and I don't want you to see it. If I just slightly put it on there wrong, it's gonna be weird. So just like that much so that it covers, just in case. Okay, there we go. Now, we can put this thing all together. Alright, and as always, I like to set everything down before I start gluing anything. Make sure I have it in my mind correct. And I think I'm going to start by gluing his eyes, just because they're such small little pieces. I feel like that needs to happen quickly. Might as well do his nose too while I'm here. And then we can get the rest of it all glued on. And then we'll just start at the top and go layer by layer, okay? So this little bird sits right there, and try to line that up so that it's not misaligned. But if I wouldn't have painted that tail, you would have seen the blue behind it if I didn't line it up perfectly. So just want to be sure that I do. And then the high has a scored line right there where it's supposed to be, or like where you're supposed to put it, so that's perfect. I'll go ahead and do this flower. And those flower petals line up on here too. This flower turned out super pretty. Look how good it looks with the distressing. That distressing ink is so great. I love it so much. I don't know if y'all use that stuff or a different one. I have a different one that's kind of it's kind of oily. It's like a, I don't know, it's like a wax almost. I think it's for furniture, but it works really well too, but it's super messy and nasty and it smells. And I don't like to really use that one because of that reason. So I'm going to go ahead and put this hat on here so that it can be settling in for us to put in the other pieces. Okay, the hat, the head, or the face and all that stuff. And then I'll go ahead and put the flower on too. Right here. And I want to kind of have that bird perching there. Okay. And then we go in with our face. And of course the hair. He looks weird without his hair on. Isn't it pretty? Yeah, I think so too. That distressing ink is perfect for a project just like this where he's outside, so he's dirty, right? He's not a clean guy. There we go. Oh, he's a cutie. And his hair kind of covers up his pink cheeks. What a little doll he is. I'm sure his mother would, or he would not appreciate me calling him pretty, but he is pretty. Boys can be pretty too. Oh crap. Y'all, put the scarf on before you put the hair down, okay? Just a pro tip for you. Or else you may regret it, because I had to kind of squeeze that in there. Okay. This looks fantastic. I'm really, really loving it. A lot. Okay, and then, of course, I want to do a few little things. So, like, where's that? Oh my gosh. I just set my thumb right in that gray paint. Oh, I'm a nightmare. That's fine. At least my nails are resilient to getting paint all over them. I literally just go in there and scrub them with a board eraser or I'm going to use my Posca pen for this one. And do a couple little... That eye just wasn't quite bright enough for me. Maybe right there. Right there. Cute. And right there. What do you think? Let's put a hanger on it and call it a day, shall we? All right. So I still haven't made it to Hobby Lobby to go grab that thicker jute. So this is what I'm using. I'm going to make it double. I'm going to string it twice with this. So I'm going to cut a longer piece. Obviously, I may triple it actually. I would not use just a single length of this for a hanger on this project because it just, I would not trust it to hold it, okay? But 3 of them would probably be fine. So I'm going to just, to keep them together, get a little bit of hot glue just off the tip of my hot glue gun to hold that end together. And then I'm going to string it through from the front to the back. Okay, and then do the same on this side. If I can. The blue for his hat is called Provincial Blue from Home Decor Folk Art, or Folk Art Home Decor Chalk Paint. And I bought that on Amazon. I believe it's on my Amazon list. If you comment the keyword, you'll see my Amazon list at the bottom. You can go and look on the craft supplies on there and get all the stuff that I use on the regular. I try to save the stuff that I love on there so that you can see it. Okay, I don't want to make this super long, okay? So I did tie a knot, but I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue here to hold this, and then I'm going to use a piece of ribbon. So I need to dig in my drawer. I think I have a piece of ribbon in here that I can use over the back, and I'll show you that. So I just like kind of glued that down. Not really very well, but sort of. Okay. And here, I have this green ribbon here that I can cut. I don't want to lay it on his back because now it has wet glue. Yeah, it's weaving. Yes. From the Tiffany collection, which, y'all, I love her designs. She's got the aesthetic that I just love. It's like that, it's like a minimalist cottagecore type vibe, and I love it. Kind of a little farmhouse-ish, but a lot cottagecore, I think. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. It also feels very millennial to me, and like my kind of generation. She is, I think she's the generation ahead of me. She's a little bit older than me, but still, I think we're right. And I sort of, I'm an elder millennial, so I kind of connect with Z also. I think she's Generation Z, I'm pretty sure. All right, y'all. So let me know what you think. You can comment Scarecrow to grab this for yourself. I am loving this guy. I hope you love him too. And I love all of you so very much. I really appreciate you watching with me tonight and hanging out. You all are the best part about this every single day. So thank you for that. Anyways, I love you. I'll see you later. This is on sale tonight until midnight, so go and grab it. Love you. Good night.